I think it's a good time to start.
Yeah, so we're live on YouTube. Yeah,
yes,
please.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Payal Jindal Khanna, your senior coach at Shulini University. I welcome you all, and I'm totally grateful that you have found this time to be here with us all. Ajay sir, can I request you to move to the next slide, please? Thank you so much. So I'll be inviting Dr. Kesri. Dr. Kesri, please come forward and welcome the gathering. Dr. Kesri is a professor of economics, come director for UG and doctoral studies. She has more than 20 years of teaching and research experience. Prior to Shulini, she worked on World Bank and UNDP-funded projects with various research institutes. Apart from teaching and research, she is passionate about student counseling and loves interacting with people from all walks of life. Over to you, Dr. Kesri.
Thank you so much, Payal. I just hope that I'm audible to everyone.
Absolutely, loud and clear. Please go ahead.
Hello, everyone. A very good afternoon, good morning, good evening to everyone here. Warm greetings of the day to the distinguished audience we have today with us. Honorable Chancellor Professor P.K. Khosla, Vice Chancellor Professor Atul Khosla, esteemed coaches, members of the trust, deans, directors, my faculty colleagues, and my dear students. It is a matter of pride for me to address you all today on the occasion where we celebrate a vision seen by our Honorable Vice Chancellor to transform lives. My name is Dr. Kesri Singh, and I'm here a professor of economics in Faculty of Management Sciences and Liberal Arts here at Shulini University. With great excitement, I welcome each one of you to the inauguration of a very special program and one of its kind initiative being launched by the university, which is We Empower Coaching Program. As many of us already know, We Coaching brings together 100 international coaching federation credentialed coaches from all across the globe. The vision is to provide personalized coaching to individuals who are part of the Shulini fraternity, the student body, the teaching faculty, and our staff. In today's fast-moving world, we are often consumed by several factors that influence our mindset and actions. So my dear audience, everyone here would agree that most frequently we surrender to our commitments with the utmost diligence, but mostly we ignore the burning issues within us. It brings me immense happiness to share with you all today that We Coaching Program aspires to be the beacon of light in the lives of its takers. It aims to transform lives using one of the most powerful tools of intervention, which is coaching. So I would also like to add here that We Coaching Program has successfully been completed. It has successfully completed its pilot on the campus with our MBA students. Months later, the change is in front of all of us to see. Students have shown tremendous improvement in their overall personalities. This transformation can be credited to the expertise of our coaches who have joined here us today. Today, we have gathered here to launch the 2021-22 phase of this cutting-edge initiative, one of the first in the country. And I would like to welcome you all to this grand journey. Together, let's embark on the path that encourages collaborative transformation. Last but not the least, I would like to congratulate Ms. Payal Khanna for leading this effort and all our esteemed coaches for coming together and making this happen. Once again, I welcome you all to the launch of We Coaching Program. Thank you so much, and over to you, Payal.
Thank you so much, Kesri ma'am, for this beautiful welcome message. A very good day again to everyone. We as a world are facing disruption like never before, and the role of leaders, educators, professors has become even more challenging and perplexing, and more so for students. This event serves to be a great launch point to introduce coaching as a new way to support everyone grappling with their role. Offering coaching as a development opportunity is more important than ever. As leaders face dilemmas and paradoxes and lead through change, a coach can be a critical investment and a way of ensuring high levels of performance in organizations. And the topmost leadership at the university has exemplified that how we can support a human being to grow, to realize their potential, to create positive outcomes in their own lives. The pandemic has also shown a stadium quality spotlight on how we must now rise over our lesser selves and come together to serve humanity. What is that we can contribute, offer, or be a part of that is truly reflective of our true beings and of what really matters? How can you leverage your knowledge to serve the many, not the few? If 2020 has taught us anything, it is that. And also that the world is smaller than we thought. We are more connected as a global community than ever before. And 100 coaches stand testimony to all this. The continued rise of technology has further enabled coaches to work with individuals and teams across different countries, which is good news for us. And we are absolutely fortunate to have all these elements come together in great synergy to achieve what we have set out to achieve, and that is how we can support a human being to flourish. What does this initiative bring to the table? Applying the tools of coaching to philanthropic efforts creates a platform to really change lives. It brings an opportunity for all to have access to coaching to be their best selves. In the past 4 decades, the world's understanding of the potential of a human being, especially as it relates to our understanding of how the brain learns, how habits are formed, and how the brain copes with pressure, has grown immensely. In a world that is rapidly changing, a different way of thinking and communicating is required. A reflective and a thought-provoking coaching conversation is just the answer to that. And we are always also asking ourselves, how can we reach our goals? How we can get to be where we want to be, and how we can get what we want and need. Coaching fundamentally addresses all these questions for an individual. A core principle of professional coaching is also the importance of creating and maintaining egalitarian relationships with the people we coach. With this as the starting point, a point of inclusion, diversity, and equanimity, we hope that with this endeavor, powered by the magnanimous leadership of Atul Sir and the concerted and collaborative efforts of 100 coaches, we will ring in a new age in India, an age where education sector will take the new lead in not just imparting education, but in truly empowering all individuals. At this juncture, I invite my esteemed community of 100 coaches to Shulni University. You are a part of the family now. Thank you so much. I now invite our Honorable Chancellor, Sir, Professor P.K. Khosla, for the opening address. All right, I think I just received the news that he is busy with an engagement and we will have to move on. And I'm going to now invite and take this opportunity to have on stage our dear and dynamic, a progressive and a true thought leader, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Atul Khosla, to deliver the keynote address. He is the brain behind the entire project, the one who ideated this, who has all along believed in the power of coaching and the transformative impact it can have on an individual. Professor Khosla is a die-hard socialist. He's on a mission to change lives. He's the founder and the Vice Chancellor of Shulni University, one of India's leading research-centric private universities. He brings out-of-the-box thinking to the field of education. He drives new initiatives at Shulni, starting innovative academic programs, incorporating new methodologies of pedagogy, and building cutting-edge education technology platforms. He has cut his professional teeth at McKinsey and Oliver Wyman. His strong values, substantial experience, and sheer energy have taken Shulni from strength to strength. He's truly invested in the future of young India. He moved back to India in 2008 and founded Oliver Wyman's India business. He has also recently co-founded Aru, an edutech startup based out of Chandigarh, India. He's a BTech from IIT Kanpur and MBA from JBIMS, Mumbai. Over to you, Atul sir.
Thank you very much, Payal, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the lovely people in this webinar today. It's such an exciting day for me. I was so excited to meet all of you that I broke my shoulder. Well, jokes apart, it's honestly very, very exciting for me today. And what I'm going to do today, Payal, is take the students through, because I think they're the ones who are waiting to understand what coaching is all about. The students through my journey through how I succeeded by leveraging coaching. And I think that might be of a lot of help and support to you students in your journey. I'll also talk a little bit about the vision and the dream. And I also like to thank the coaches over here. But let me step back, I think a couple of months or 4 months back, when Payal came to me and said, I'm a qualified coach. And when you normally say I'm a coach, people think you're a cricket coach or a basketball coach or a swimming coach. So I said, lovely, Payal, what do you coach? And she said, I am a coach. And we started talking, and she explained to me that coaching really means empowering. Coaching really means opening your mind, opening your heart, making sure that you can fulfill your dreams. A coach will not give you answers. A coach will ask questions. A coach will make you probe. A coach will make you find your journey, the journey that you've always wanted to live, the journey that you always wanted to run, but you were afraid of because you didn't want to tell anyone, or you didn't have the courage to tell anyone. A coach will help you run that journey, walk that journey, ask the right questions, and make sure that you can empower yourself by doing things that you really wanted to do and not doing things that others tell you to do. That's my understanding. I might be wrong, Payal, and all those wonderful 100 coaches. I'm preaching to the popes over here now. So my apologies if I described coaching in a different way. But I'm very excited because I'm going to go back 25 years, Payal. So I just started working, and I was working for an MNC firm called McKinsey & Company. And I was really struggling with my work. Coaching in India was non-existent in those days. I'm talking about 1995, 96. And as luck would have it, a beautiful lady by the name of Lisa Roy came to the McKinsey office from the United States of America. And she presented to us the concept of coaching. And as luck would have it, I was selected. I was one of the top 10 sort of McKinsey associates who were given a 1-hour session with Lisa. So that 1 hour was nice. It was very exciting. And Lisa told 3 very interesting things to me, which I still remember, Payal. The first thing is she probed what my challenges were, and I explained, and I was able to explain that in a risk-free manner, I would say. She felt like a friend to me. And it came up with answers. I used to look very young, Payal, and she told me that, why don't you grow a mustache? And she asked me to buy some expensive suits. And we came up to that conclusion. That sort of very small tip really helped. Then she explained the concept of leadership to me. What does leadership mean? Because that was very important to me. And I still remember her telling me that, leadership is about living and being a leader every moment of your life. Like a father or a parent cannot say, I'll be a father during this 3 hours I'm with the son, but outside I'll be like doing all the nefarious activities. We have to become a parent 24 hours. So as a leader, you have to be a leader 24 hours and think like a leader. And the third thing she said, retain your style. Do not change the way you are. Do not try to be someone else. Well, these few things, were on my mind. And as luck would have it, I took a transfer to McKinsey's New York office, and Lisa was there. And I ended up taking 5 or 6 sessions with Lisa. She became a dear friend, and she did it out of courtesy. And those were path-breaking times of my life. I changed for the good. So when Payal came to me and said, let's start coaching, I said, that's absolutely wonderful, because a couple of other things had also happened in my life. A very dear friend of Neet had been pushing me, saying, Atul, you need coaching and I'll be your coach. And I was pushing all of that discussion under the carpet. Of course, I wanted to be coached, but never got the time for it. And then Payal happened. I think Shulini Ma has sent Payal to make the change. And we started talking, and I said, yeah, let's do a pilot. And we did a pilot, very successful with MBA students. And we said, why don't we expand it? Why should not every student of the world get world-class coaching, one-on-one coaching? You are the future of the world, dear students. You're the future of India, and you're the future of your communities. You need to empower yourself. Because if you do not empower yourselves, the community will not gain, your friends and family will not move ahead. Of course, the nation will not move ahead, and humankind will not move ahead. So you need to become the leaders of the future. And for you to become the leaders of the future, we need to empower you. And I think the best way to empower the youth of the country, the youth of the world, is actually by working, engaging, and counseling with all these wonderful coaches. So the We program right now is 100 coaches. All of these coaches are doing this pro bono, which means they're not going to charge anything. I think if you go to the commercial world, it's a lot of money, students. So take your coaching very, very seriously. Become a good coach. And by the way, we also have probably one of the oldest coachees in the world in this group. So our chancellor is also a coachee. He's going to get coached. He was the first one to volunteer for this effort. He's 82 years old. So I would say, dear students, if your chancellor wants to change at the young age of 82, I would say, and I'm going to take coaching, so should you. So take it seriously, attend all your classes, but this is not a test. This is not an exam. This is about something that you have to put a tick on the box to prove to Kuldeep Roje or Saurabh Kulshrestha or to Atul Khosla that you did coaching. This is about yourself. This is about for you to empower yourself. Make sure that your dreams come true. Make sure that you can be super successful. Make sure that you can contribute back to the world. Make sure that you can be happy, and make sure that you can become a role model for other people to emulate you. So I once again congratulate you, Payal, for this absolutely wonderful, sterling effort. I think this is an absolutely, it's going to change the world. I think it can change the world if we can take it from 100 coaches to 1,000 coaches and 1,000,000 coaches, or whatever the number is. We should take it from Shulini to other universities of India, colleges of India. We should take it to other parts of the world. Of course, we are just the role model over here. We're just the catalyst. I think if this is successful, others will follow. That's my belief. So let's go out and change the world for a better place. Let's make it big. And coaches, thank you very, very much. I know you're all very, very busy. I know, this is not commercial for you. But I've always believed that the best results come with a purpose. The best results come when there's a reason to do something. So when Payal came to me and said, Atul, this is impossible because this is going to be such an expensive effort, my guidance to Payal was, the day we make this commercial for each one of us, this program, this project, this vision, this mission will fail. It will only succeed if we do it with a purpose. And I think the purpose is just very, very simple, to empower the youth of the world. So coaches, let's go out and empower the youth of the world. We'll succeed in some areas, we might fail in a few. I think this is all about learning. So we should document whatever we have learned. We should go out and create research out of this Payal. We should publish this research. But more importantly, we should keep fine-tuning the effort so that when we take it next time to the next 600 coaches, it's better, it's sharper, and hopefully we can then take it to other parts of the country and the world. So once again, thank you very, very much. I'm getting goose pimples talking, and as a professor, I keep talking, so I have to shut up, I know. Otherwise, Payal will anyway throw me out of the Zoom. But I'm very excited once again, and I'm also looking forward to my coaching sessions if Navneet is there So thank you. And Payal, what a wonderful effort and what a beautiful speech, Kesri ma'am. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you so much for these inspiring words. I think you always leave us motivated and charged to do more than what we can. That's being a true coach yourself, Professor Atul. And yes, you have blazed new trails. I think we would be opening up this new vistas where coaching can be taken to the education sector. We also are very grateful that despite your health condition, you are here to support us all. You are the pillar for this entire program. So thank you so much again.
I'd just like to say one last thing, Payal. I can see around 800 participants, which I think is a phenomenal achievement already. So thank you, participants, for being here. And hopefully the journey will be very, very exciting. Keep giving us feedback, keep giving Payal feedback and your coaches feedback so that we can really make it big, exciting, and empowering.
Absolutely.
Thank you, over to you.
Yes, open to feedback always. Thank you so much. Chancellor Sir sends his regards. He is saying that he could not be here, but his wishes and blessings are with us. So moving on, I invite Coach James Campbell Grant. He is a phenomenal and an amazing human being. James has spent over 40 years pursuing a global career in finance and technology that has afforded him the opportunity to explore the world and follow his passion for working with people, embracing continual change and self-development in support of both personal and professional values. James has identified key niche leadership traits which he has gravitated into, focusing on women in business and driving performance through teams and organizations. Let's explore the global perspectives in coaching with him. What does it mean to be a global coach? How can you respond to challenges of today through coaching? And what are the next steps ahead? Over to you, James.
Thank you very much for that lovely intro, Payal, and good afternoon and welcome to all the students and from myself and all my fellow coaches and the faculty. What a lovely speech from Professor Khosla. I hope I said that right, sir. I was thinking as I was listening to him, oh my, how do I follow that? A little bit more about myself, just to give you a little bit of context why I actually moved into the coaching. As Payal kindly described, I had a multiple decades of corporate life, corporate challenges, let's say. And I was very fortunate to work in a number of parts of the world where I was able to meet great people. But then I think, like a lot of people, or certainly working in, I don't want to be too biased, but American companies, a lot of stress, especially around the software. I found that it was getting too much for me and I walked away from it. I originate from England. I came to England I came to Singapore in 2001 for a year. I'm now just recently celebrated my 20th year. So one of the traits of my corporate life was that I was very insular, very introverted. I never wanted to volunteer. I never wanted to do things. I was good with people, but I didn't know how to project myself or to put myself into places. And then I found coaching. And coaching helped me to believe in myself. So it was quite funny yesterday when the boss, or Payal, phoned me and asked if I would be kind enough to participate in this wonderful session. So my initial reaction, the imposter syndrome settled in and panic. And if I'd known that there were nearly 800 people going to be listening to me, I would have, wow. And I was automatically thinking, maybe I tell her that I have a dentist appointment and I won't be able to talk, blah, blah, blah. But then I remembered the great people that have been coaching me, and a number of them are on this session today, that have helped build the confidence in myself to move forward and take these opportunities and embrace them. Okay, global. What's global coaching? Again, this is my view. and my view only. When I started the coaching journey in 2017, it was predominantly face-to-face based in Singapore. Yes, it was multicultural because in the programs and the people that I were meeting, they were coming from all sorts of races, but they were all based in Singapore. And the concept of international coaching to me was very, very fuddled. I knew that predominantly in the US, they'd been doing this for a long time. And I know in Europe that they had, but I had no real concept. And it was the pandemic that basically helped me understand the power of global coaching. That made me take the step from face-to-face, going to the virtual world, and suddenly a whole new world opened up before me. I realized that I was attending conversations, coaching clinics with people all around the world and meeting great people that have enabled me to move forward. Now, what I'm seeing is that more and more people are doing this. I'm talking from the coaching perspective, firstly, because this gives us much more opportunity to meet great people, to share practices, to share thoughts, to share learnings, to support each other in our coaching journeys. As I already said, I'm into business coaching and the youth, and I introduce people who may cover other aspects. So what are the benefits for the coachees? You get to choose from a multitude of people like you have today, a multiple of, I don't know how many nations or countries that are represented, but I would put my hand up, probably 10 already today. And for me, this is going to be the norm. And moving forward, I think the coaching federations around the world will unite and provide standardization and opportunities to organizations like Shalini and other educational or non-profits, anything to move this forward. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to talk. I realize that I'm time bound. I would encourage, as the professor did, each and every one of the students to take advantage, as I did. Walk this journey with people alongside you all the time and take advantage. I push myself from my comfort zone and I look to the coaches to do that. And I wish you all the luck. Thank you so much, Paya, and back to you.
Thank you so much, James, for sharing your story. We are totally inspired. At this juncture, I introduce to you the advisory board for the VE coaching program. We thank each board member to have offered support the program in every possible way and turn this grand vision into a reality. Under the guidance of Professor Atul Khosla, we have Sushma Banthia, and in no particular order, Mandy, Lauren, Jayashree, Kesri ma'am, and Ajay, supporting us behind the scenes in making this vision a grand success. We are truly grateful to the board. Thank you so much. Now we have a brief session on what is coaching, what it is and what it is not. This session will be structured around a number of key questions that we have concerning the elements of coaching. I now invite a dear friend and a phenomenal coach, Jayashree, to take us through that. Over to you, Jayashree.
Thank you so much, Payal. And oh wow, what a packed audience we have today. Absolutely amazing to see Shalini University walk the talk about their vision for coaching. I mean, double wow. I heard, Atul sir's vision for coaching in Shalini, and I think he's made my job easier by already talking about how he has experienced coaching. So let's dive into, I'm going to share my screen, Payal.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So let's dive into an introduction to coaching. I want you guys to kind of take a step back and imagine, right? Imagine, if you will, for a moment, a ball of wool, multiple colored yarns tangled together. And what you want is this ball of wool to kind of transform into that lovely sweater on your screen. And maybe you're stuck trying to untangle this and figure your way through. Maybe it's the first time that you're trying to knit a sweater for yourself. Now, what if that ball of wool is within your mind? You have been trying to have a go, kind of figuring out, but the more you try, maybe the more it's getting tangled. You're not able to see those yarns entangled in your mind clearly, can you? So what do? Now, imagine if you had someone who is an expert at helping you untangle, who can mirror that ball back to you, maybe shine light at all those knotted parts in between, what are stuck, that you're not able to get at, right? Help you sift through the myriad colors that are there, choose exactly the colors that you need to transform your vision for your sweater. Help you make those choices. And this person, helps you by asking the right questions and empowering you to make those choices yourself. So you get to choose the options that are best for your life. And while you knit this beautiful sweater, this person is there with you, validates your efforts, holds you accountable, is your cheerleader along the way. And hey, now you're able to see the path between that tangled ball of wool that you couldn't really see for this beautiful sweater that you're now able to knit. Ladies and gentlemen, now that is a metaphor for how a coach would partner with you. If this excites you so far, let's dive in more to understand what coaching is, what it isn't, and how you may derive maximum benefit from a coaching relationship. So what is coaching really? There are several definitions of coaching. What do I understand by coaching is that at the heart of coaching, it is all about powerful conversations. Conversations that are thought-provoking, conversations that are creative, reflective, that will help you maximize your life in all its spheres, personal, professional. Coaching conversations is a client-driven space, one of trust, one of safety, and focuses on the result-oriented personal change that is important for you. So the answers to our challenges, I believe, are often within us, right? So what is the coach's role then if I'm going to find all my answers? So coach's role is to help you by asking you rather the right questions. So the coach might help you see the connections, right? See the patterns which are occurring in your life. And does these patterns help you? Maybe they help you unlock the inner resources that you didn't know existed, or challenge your limiting beliefs. So with the help of a coach, you may be able to gain perspectives on the various elements that kind of are connected with each other, which help you in untangling that ball of wool into the sweater of your life, right? So I'd like to play, going forward, a clip from a TED Talk by Atul Gawande. Now, for those who don't know him, he's a surgeon at Birmingham in USA. He's a professor at Harvard Medical College. He's an author about 4 books, including a book called Being Mortal, which is, I think, a bestseller. So join me in listening to him.
And they say, you are never done. Everybody needs a coach. The greatest in the world needs a coach. So I tried to think about this as a surgeon. Pay someone to come into my operating room, observe me, and critique me. It seems absurd. Expertise means not needing to be coached. So then which view is right? Turns out there are numerous problems in making it on your own. You don't recognize the issues that are standing in your way, or if you do, you don't necessarily know how to fix them. And the result is that somewhere along the way, you stop improving. And I thought about that, and I realized that was exactly what had happened to me as a surgeon. So I asked a former professor of mine who had retired, his name is Bob Osteen, and he agreed to come to my operating room and observe me. The case, I remember that first case, it went beautifully. I didn't think there would be anything much he'd have to say when we were done. Instead, he had a whole page of dense with notes. Just small things, he said. Did you notice that the light had swung out of the wound during the case? Another thing I noticed, you said, your elbow goes up in the air every once in a while. That means you're not in full control. It was a whole nother level of awareness. He was describing what great coaches do. And what they do is they are your external eyes and ears, providing a more accurate picture of your reality. They're recognizing the fundamentals. They're breaking your actions down and then helping you build them back up again. After 2 months of coaching, I felt myself getting better again. And after a year, I saw my complications drop down even further. It was painful. I didn't like being observed. And at times I didn't want to have to work on things. I also felt there were periods where I would get worse before I got better. But it made me realize that the coaches were onto something profoundly important. I think it's not just how good you are now, I think it's how good you're gonna be that really matters. They say you are.
That's what I love about this reflection by Atul. It's not all about whether we have problems in our life today, but it's about maximizing our potential to where we can be. So who is coaching for really? I believe coaching is for winners. We all have places of stuckness. We all have challenges. Maybe we aspire for more, right? We have the greatest sports persons, to Bill Gates, to people who we assume are successful, talk about how they have benefited from a coach. So truly it's about partnering with somebody to say, hey, is there a level that I'd like to aspire to tomorrow? And how can I work towards that level in a very conscious manner? So,
And they say you are.
Sorry. I'd also like to spend a moment on talking about what coaching isn't. Because coaching is unfortunately a term that has been used and abused loosely, from academic coaching for entrance exams to sports coaching. So coaching is not about teaching. It's not learning a theory or somebody helping you practice your cricket stroke better. A trainer can have expertise in a knowledge and he imparts that skill. Counseling, for instance, comes from the premise that something needs fixing. There may be some aspects in our past or present that needs healing. So with coaching, we start with the premise that we're fundamentally capable of dealing with our challenges, that we can, with the support, find the solutions to our own questions. Now, mentoring is about learning from the experiences of others who already walked the path. It's about finding somebody who's ahead of the road of us and gaining their wisdom so that we don't stumble on the same obstacles that they did. Now, advising is again maybe a combination of teaching, training, and mentoring. A coach does not give advice. A coach might occasionally suggest options, but you as a client are in the driver's seat. A coach will facilitate your own thought process so that you as the driver can choose where and how you would like to reach your destination. Would you like to take the scenic route perhaps? Or would you like to climb uphill? And how fast would you like to go? And who would your passengers ideally be? Now that is the difference between training and counseling, mentoring, and advising, okay? So if you're with me so far and you're excited about starting your coaching journey through this program, what do you as a client need to bring to truly maximize this opportunity? Because trust me, it is a huge opportunity as students that you have world-class coaches doing this pro bono for you. So what do you need to bring in? You need to bring in a willingness to introspect. Bring a question that you would like to have an answer for. It need not be extremely complex. It can also be about, hey, how do I use the strength to reach my goal, for instance, right? Or it could be about validating a decision that you already have taken. Be willing to introspect, commit to take action, because most of the journey happens between the coaching sessions on what you do with the goals that you take for yourself end of the session. Have the courage to bring your whole self in. The coach can only partner with you to the extent that you bring yourself into that conversation. And lastly, trust in the process and your coach. I know, Payal, you have a lot more to speak about what they need to bring in, so I'm not going to take any further on this. So my question to you all is, are you ready to take the journey of your lifetime? Thank you so much, Shalini and Shudini University.
Thank you so much, Jayashree. I think Jayashree, with her experience across L&D, facilitation, sales, marketing, being an ICF trained coach, being a psychology graduate, an NLP practitioner, and a practicing counselor, and with her passion for working with students and young adults, helping them find their voice, she is going to help enable every single student at the university through her wisdom and through her expertise, through a collaborative effort. Yes, we are working with 3 students for now, but I think the spirit that we bring in, right, to help them realize their full potential. Jayashree, thank you so much for this amazing quick session. I know we can talk for hours as coaches around coaching, but we now move on in the interest of time, and we bring to you a live coaching demo session. We need people to be reflective, I guess, more than ever, who are prepared to make an inward bound journey, who are willing to face their strengths and weaknesses, and who use their own experiences as a developmental tool to build new understanding. In other words, I think all of us now need to pay attention to not only what's happening above the surface, but also what's happening below. Let's see this all unfolding in this live coaching demo session. Students, when I say live coaching and demo session, I also want to reiterate, it is not a prepared session. It would be like any coaching session that happens in real. I invite Sushma Banthia and Ajay Khanna to take the stage and to also take a minute to introduce these beautiful people. Sushma Banthia is a certified leadership coach and facilitator. She has focused in people development for 20 years. Sushma is passionate about helping leaders improve their own and team's performance. She believes that coaching has to have a holistic approach, and hence she coaches the person, not the problem. Sushma has coached numerous leaders in India and internationally. So that's Sushma for you. You know Ajay sir, he is your director training and placements. He's an experienced training and development professional with 20 years of background with India's premier companies in the biopharmaceutical domain. His rich experience of business and people management complements his ability to think from an end user perspective and design programs that produce the desired ROI. He's a life sciences graduate with an MBA in marketing. He also holds several international certifications in training delivery, L&D management, and design thinking. He has been awarded the Founders Award twice by Kiran Majumdar-Shaw. So over to you, Ajay and Sushma, and we are waiting with bated breath, even as coaches, to witness this live coaching demo session.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Payal, and it's an honor to be here and be associated with this project. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. It's beyond my imagination, and it's actually happening, so it's phenomenal. And I would like to thank Ajay, because it requires a lot of guts, courage, vulnerability to come for a live demo. Coaching is always confidential, and it is about the person. And to actually be agreeable to have a live demo in front of so many hundreds of people requires lots. So first, thank you so much, Ajay, for agreeing to do this.
Thank you to you, Sushma ma'am. Thank you. Sushma, right. I'm sorry.
Yes, thank you. Yes, Sushma. Right. So this is a demo for everyone, especially those who have not experienced coaching, just to give you a little appetizer, an idea of what your coaching session would be. Mostly the coaching session will be about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes, depending on what is being discussed. Here, we're just going to have a 15-minute demo. So, Ajay, I'd like to check with you first. Are you okay right now?
Yes. I'm feeling better. Thank you so much. Yes.
Okay. So would you like to take a couple of deep breaths? Shall I do it with you? Just 2 deep breaths. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling better. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So, ready to get started?
Yes, let's get started.
Actually-
Very excited about this session.
Okay, so am I. Thank you. So in these 15 minutes, Ajay, what would you like to be coached on? What would you like to achieve?
I think I have achieved so much in life, Sushma, done and experienced so much.
Mm,
Yet I feel that there is a need to do more,
mm,
contribute more, achieve more. And, all this while I keep thinking, about this, but I don't know how to figure out, how to do this. So I need you to coach me on this.
okay, right. So there's this need for achieving more.
Yes.
Okay. So what does the more mean to you?
More to me means more satisfaction at the personal level,
Mhm.
more money,
Mhm.
and also, that a lot of people know me. So I think that's more to me.
So we've got 3 things here: satisfaction, money, and being recognized and known.
Yes.
You also mentioned before when we started that, you have achieved a lot. You've been successful. You've done so many things,
Yes.
right? So what gave you the satisfaction?
Sushma, just to give you a quick background, I started my career in sales, and sales, as we all know, is a very rewarding job. And somehow, when I started performing, delivering on my budgets, it used to give me a kind of a kick. But then later on, after spending about 12 years in sales, I decided to move into sales training. And then training is not as rewarding as sales is. And I, kind of missed that kick in my life. But that doesn't stop me from performing, by the way. But yes, the instant recognition that one would get in a sales kind of a role was missing. And then, over a period of time, I realized that, to be able to contribute to somebody else's development also gives me the same kind of kick. And that is how, I continued my, second career stint in training, and then eventually took roles in learning management, performance management, and then over a period of time, also organization development. So yes, I think helping someone gives me satisfaction, and also seeing that they're doing well.
Okay, so what I'm really picking up very strongly from you is something that gives you a kick.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's combining it with, I want to do more. So what exactly would more mean?
So more at this point in time, I'm not very sure. I think I need to work on that more thing a little more. But yes, I see today my movement into the education industry is also part of the plan. Today, I connect with so many students here, and this gives me a kind of a purpose that there is a lot that we can do with the youngsters. While we can teach them with our experiences, we can also learn so much from them. So I think if I am able to influence more students, so now don't ask me what does more students mean to me. I think all the students of Shulini, if I am able to influence all the students of Shulini in some or the other way, I think that would be my more.
Okay. So we seem to be having some clarity right now that in the short term, what you'd like to do is really influence many more students And
Yes.
in the short term, if I were to say, all the students of surely.
Yes, that's right.
Long term,
That's right.
okay. So in the next 5 minutes of this coaching, by the end of this coaching, what exactly would you like to achieve from our session right now, which will say, yes, I've got something here.
So while I have figured out during this conversation what more means to me, I still don't know how to go about it. So if you could help me find out a way out of this chaos or a situation of confusion, and think about how can I touch base or influence all these students, I think that will be great help.
Okay, right. Okay. So if we were to look at how you would be able to influence all the students, so currently, what is the state right now?
I don't have time, Sushma.
Mm.
So my biggest challenge right now is, even if I really want to touch base, train, mentor, I wouldn't use the word coach here. I don't want to be beaten left and right in front of so many people. But yes, these are the 3 strategies I use, when I develop someone. But even if I want, practically not possible. So time, I think, is a big challenge right now for me. While I really want to go all out and influence all these students, connect with them, help them, learn more. I don't know how should I do it. I don't have time.
Okay. So Ajay doesn't have time, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
What are the things that you could prioritize if you were to see where is your time going? Would it help you to prioritize and see if there is something there that could be rearranged?
I think I am now working about 16 hours a day. And during this 16-hour period, I manage 2 very important functions at the university. One of them is student training and the other is placements. So I have to really, devote my time to both of these aspects. So I can't choose, between the 2. While training them is very critical, because preparing them for the job roles is a very important responsibility that I have. At the same time, making sure that there's enough opportunities for them to be able to start their careers is also there. So I don't think that I'm stuck right now in terms of time, but I don't know how can I do more in this time. So I think I'm already doing a lot, but I think if there is a way I can maximize from whatever time that I have, I think that'll be great.
Sure.
Yeah.
So let's look at this. Okay, we want to do more. We know time is limited and there is a lot on the plate. So there's one is the prioritization. What else do you think you could do?
I think so I'm just thinking about it right now since you asked. I haven't thought about it earlier, but since you've asked this good question, so let me think. I think I can conduct short sessions and cover more students. So that's something that I just worked out.
Okay.
So usually, my sessions are very long. I get too involved in my sessions, sometimes end up exceeding the timelines. And while I enjoy, every bit of my session, I don't know about my students, by the way. But yes, if I can, really cut or meet the time for each session, I think I'll be able to accommodate more.
Okay.
Yeah, so shorter version of my training. Maybe I need to probably work on my effectiveness as a trainer, right? So maybe do more in less time.
Okay, that's wonderful. I mean, absolutely. I want to acknowledge and celebrate the fact that you've already come up with one solution at least.
Yeah.
Can you think of anything else?
Anything else? If I could partner with someone, Sushma.
Mhm.
I think that would also help a little. The bigger problem with me is I think I'm not very good at delegation.
Okay.
I think it's only me who has to go and do this and not someone else. I don't know. I'm very possessive about my work. So most of the sessions, I want to deliver myself. Somewhere, I feel that if I delegate, it won't produce the right kind of outcomes. But now, again, since you asked me another very thought-provoking question, so I'm thinking and telling myself, if I could, find out a partner, collaborate with him or her, and still be able to, deliver great sessions. Because, to me, one clarity that I just received, in my conversation with you, Sushma, what is important for me is development of students and not who develops them. So I think I was a little bit stuck, that, I have to do this. So now I think, my target is their development. And it could happen in 10 different ways. So I think I need to kind of take a if not a back seat, but and deliver on, the objective. The objective is student development. Yeah. So that's right. I think that's.
And
Yeah.
just when you said that, Ajay, may I just reflect and tell you what I saw?
Yeah.
The way you said, I don't have to do it all.
Yeah.
There was such a huge shift in energy. It was like a huge light bulb moment.
Yeah, you're right.
So fantastic. Again, congratulations. While you were talking, I think it just came out of you. Huh?
Yes.
Brilliant.
But then the question now, Sushma, is who?
Who? Absolutely.
Yeah. So finding that who, somebody who you can really, trust this with. But this is a great task for me, and that is why I become a little personal when it comes to development of students or employees earlier. So who would be that person? I don't know. So
I'm sure when you reflect on it, and now that you've decided to do it, I'm sure you would find that partner and the person you can delegate to and trust. I'm sure of that.
yeah, great.
You just needs to think about it. What is the criteria on which you would select? I'd like to just leave you with these thoughts, right? So if you could just think about it, during the session, we've had two insights. One is, if I can make my sessions with the students a little shorter and get more value of the time that I'm spending so that I can cover many more. But the real light bulb moment was, can I have a partner? Can I have somebody else who can do it with me? I don't have to do it all.
Yes.
Developing the students is more important than me doing that, is the statement. So, and now can just leave you with a thought that you had these insights. You can always think, I'm sure maybe there would be other things that you could do. But along with that, now you've got to select that partner, or somebody who can partner with you in this developmental journey for the students, who you would like to choose. What would be the criteria? What should be their qualities, their values? If you could list that out before we meet next time, I'd really appreciate it. And you can share it with me at any time. Would that be okay?
Sure. Perfect. I think that sounds great, Sushma. I need time to think about it. But then, we need to carry forward this demo session and convert it into an actual coaching session. I think I loved every minute of this conversation.
Thank you.
So I've got two insights. I completely agree. And thank you for that. Yes, I need to think about it. And once I do that, I'll come back to you. Thank you very much.
Let me know, by when will you come back?
Give me a week's time. Is that okay?
And if you don't, is it okay if I follow up?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. I will. I hold you to that.
Sure. I appreciate that.
So is this a good place to end the short session we've had?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. I think I enjoyed the conversation, Sushma. It was completely impromptu, and I had no idea, what will be the outcome of this session. But I think now I am completely overwhelmed. Thank you so much, and I think thanks to you, Payal, for actually doing this. And I think I have my coach now. Thank you, Sushma.
Thank you, Ajay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for patiently
Once
listening
again,
to the
thank you for
conversation.
agreeing. Thank you for agreeing to be coached live. Thank you.
Thank you.
So much, Sushma and Ajay. What a display of great courage and also friendship and a truly, coaching partnership that we talk about. Thank you. I think it was one of the most brilliant demo sessions I have witnessed. So thank you so much again. All right. So at this moment, we will move on further and come to the testimonial. More than documentary and theoretical proof, it is the actual proof that counts. There's nothing more concrete than actual proof. Let's hear one of the students who underwent coaching in the pilot phase at the Shulin University between the month of April to June share her experience of how this went and how she was able to transform herself. So I invite Manvi from the MBA program to take the stage, please. Thank you, Manvi. We can see you there, yes. Yes, we would need to unmute Manvi. Can I request Sushma to please do that?
Yes, please. I will definitely. Just give me
It's done, Manvi. Please check. Yeah.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Sushma. Yeah. You are, darling.
Hi, greetings to everyone here. They say coaching is universal language of change and learning. And today I'm here and I would like to share my heartfelt gratitude to my coach. It has been an incredible journey for me. I was so lucky. Out of 150 people, I got a chance to get coached by them. Every bit that we discussed has made an everlasting impression on me and my life. I'm always astonished that I had so much clarity after talking to her. Before this journey started, there were so many doubts about what I did not know and what I knew. And the coaching has only made me give more assurance, better understanding of things, boosted my morale, and definitely helped me develop problem solving skills. Most important, I now know how to deal with my problems and failures. Coaching did help me discover who I am and my true potential. I would like to thank V Coaching Program and especially Shulini University to redesign my MBA program. Now that coaches will be provided throughout the MBA program, ensuring that professional and personal support will be always handy throughout the student's 2-year journey. I thank you once again for always going an extra mile for these students. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Manvi. Could I ask you one question which is coming to my mind right now? Yeah, you have to be unmuted again. So the question to you, Manvi, is would you recommend the program to your peers and your friends?
Am I audible now?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. So initially last year, it was only for few people, those were selected. And I had friends I really wanted to recommend it to them. And I'm so glad that my friends have got this opportunity. I made sure all my friends were there on this Zoom session today.
Wonderful.
Yes,
all right.
Thank you so much for Atul sir to give us this opportunity.
I think, yes, all the gratitude to him. Thank you so much, Manvi. So now after this, we are opening up the stage for Q&A. We invite everyone, faculty, students, to please come forward and ask your questions. And to address these questions, yes, the entire coach community is there. But to spearhead them, we have Mandy Irvine from Singapore. Mandy has enjoyed a successful 17-year career in engineering as a technical expert, trainer, and leader. Her experiences have helped shape how she coaches her clients in leadership development and building professional relationships. She specializes in helping her clients remove their self-limiting beliefs so they can progress in their lives with confidence. Mandy has worked in 25 countries throughout the world. This special opportunity allowed her to experience a diverse range of traditions and cultures, strengthening her wealth of cultural knowledge. She incorporates this in her unique coaching style, which she customizes for her global clientele. Clients know Mandy to be down to earth, reassuring, warm, compassionate, empathetic, and energizing with her infectious laughter. And I couldn't agree more. Over to you, Mandy. And we are going to monitor the chat box for the questions, and people who would like to speak up, could you please raise your hands so that we can see that you would like to ask a question, and then we could address that query. And also unmute you. Yes.
Thank you very much, Payal.
Thank you.
So the first question that we have received here is, how much money would it charge?
No cost at all for our clients here.
Yes, yes. Just to add on, students, the coaching program to you for this year, for now, is absolutely free of cost. All these 100 coaches from across the world are bringing in their expertise and coming with a purpose to work with you, to empower you, and are donating these hours to us. Thank you so much. Could we have the next question, please?
What is the procedure to join it? Payal,
yes.
Is it the procedure for joining this?
Yes, so I think that will be more of a logistical question. So Mandy, I could take it forward with your permission.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. So we will be opening up the registrations immediately the moment this session on the launch of the program concludes. That is at 3:15 p.m. And you could go to your eUniv portal if you are a postgraduate student or a final year undergraduate student. You will find the course VE coaching program on your eUniv platform. You could go there, click on that. You will see the registration link, fill in your details, and you will be taken up for the program for the upcoming cohort between January to April, because for now, all the 300 seats are full in the pre-registration process. You will definitely be hearing from us once you have registered. And yes, it is only for the postgrads and the final year undergrads across the university for now. Yes, students who are in first year and second year, you will be getting this opportunity very, very soon.
So we have received a question here, Mandy, for you. How can I measure my progress during the coaching journey?
So what we do at the beginning, when you are connected with your coach, they will be sending you a welcome pack, and you will be given a pre-coaching questionnaire to fill in, I think after the first coaching session. At the end of your 6 sessions, you'll have a post-coaching questionnaire, and we can monitor the progress with that. After each of your coaching sessions, you will also have a short exercise that you can use to reflect on the session, and some action steps that you can do before your next session. So we've got some procedures in place for managing your progress.
Yes, yes. Just to add on, Mandy, with your permission. So we'll be doing assessment, students, a pre-coaching engagement and a post-coaching engagement assessment that will be rolled out to you, will be absolutely confidential. Only the collective data will be published. But for you to also understand, you could look at your pre and post progress and see if there has been a measurable change. And yes, it is more about an internal and a transformative change at the core of your life, which is something you will be able to experience. Yes.
So may I add to that, Payal and Mandy, the permission?
Yes.
So apart from the coaching, the assessments pre and post, your coach will work with you at a specific goal and also work with you to understand how would you and your coach measure your own progress by the end of the journey. So you get to decide how you measure your progress with your coach.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that, Mandy and Jayashree. We can
so the next for you, Mandy, does coaching help a person to become the best version? Personally, I aim to be the best version of myself. Gitansh, we have received this question from Gitansh.
What a lovely question. Well, Ajay, from your coaching experience today, what do you think?
Yes, it does.
Absolutely, yes. Coaching is a wonderful experience to help you become the best version of yourself.
Yes, Jitansh, there's so much that happens during a coaching conversation that you will experience once you do choose to undergo the coaching journey, how you will be able to overcome your limiting beliefs, leave behind your assumptions, believe in yourself, and also see what is that is required that you have not been doing for now, or parking or fearing or moving away from, that is going to serve as your stepping stone towards success. So thank you so much. I think we can take on last 2 questions.
I have received a question on my personal window here. So it says, Mandy ma'am, a pleasant good afternoon to you. How do you as a coach feel when a coach transforms the life of people?
It's a very rewarding experience, very, very rewarding experience to be able to help another individual to become the best version of themselves is very rewarding. And as a coach, we learn a lot from our coaches as well. Not only are we supporting them, but they're supporting us and helping our growth. It's one of the best decisions I've made as a career, is to become a coach.
Wonderful. I see Pratim Majumdar sir has raised his hand. Thank you so much, Ajay. Yeah. So go on.
Hello, Mandy. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to everyone. And first of all, may I celebrate Sushma Banthia ji and Ajay Khanna ji for such a wonderful interaction they had between each other. Mandy, my specific question to you is that as a coach, would you not have come across a coachee who is continuously argumentative, a person who is continuously countering your thoughts and views, whatever you're trying to put a proffer? And if so, how have you been able to handle that?
To be honest with you, I can't say on a personal experience that somebody has been like that with me. My experience is that people come into the coaching conversation wanting to change, and I've never had somebody go against that. I think if somebody had that feeling, they probably don't want to be there. And I'm not sure they would be in the coaching conversation in the first place. But, this is my perspective, and maybe some other coaches have different experience of somebody like that.
Yeah.
May I just add to that?
Yeah, please
yeah,
go.
Thank you. So Pradeep, what it is there's a difference between coaching and advising or mentoring. So in coaching, we are getting the answers from the coachee. We are not really advising them. So it's their thoughts, their ideas. We are only helping them discover. We are not telling them what's right, wrong for them. And so the chances of them becoming argumentative or saying, no, I don't agree, it's because it's their thoughts. If they don't agree with themselves, that's good. That helps them get the clarity and unentangle the wool, as Jayashree had pointed out in her presentation. Okay, yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Sushma. And if Mandy, if I could add further to what they said. So if a coachee is coming in and, in our conversation, I find that he or she is argumentative, so that would be the basis of also my conversation with them. Saying when you're choosing to come into a coaching conversation voluntarily, and yet you're choosing to argue. So what are they really seeking, in this relationship? And that might open doors to what blocks or belief systems that's holding them back beneath this. So that could be one way that a coach might work.
Yeah, very good.
All right. Thank you so much. I think, thank you, Pradeep sir, for asking that question. I think we're at the top of the time, so Mandy will...
And even while you mentioned a very beautiful remark, no expectation.
Yes. Thank you so much. So here we are at the end of this launch. At this moment, thank you so much, Mandy, first of all, and Jayashree.
Thank you very much.
And yes, thank you so much. We'll be getting back to your questions. I've tried to answer as many questions as possible in the chat box as well, but we will be releasing a document soon on all the questions. I now invite a dear trust member, Miss Avni, to announce the program open. Could you please press the button and do the honors for us, Avni?
So first of all, Payal, super congratulations. I hereby declare the program open for everyone. This is such a wonderful thing.
Thank you.
And super congratulations. And I think my heartfelt gratitude from Shulin University and our entire fraternity to all our beautiful, inspiring 100 coaches who've agreed to be a part of this and transform lives. Can't thank you enough for for the gift that you're going to give to our students, and can't wait to see some amazing transformation and empowering happening at Shulin. Thank you so much, and congratulations once again, everyone.
You're on mute.
All right. So I said thank you so much, Avni. We do love you. And the program is now live. Student portal is opening up for registrations, as I said already, for the January to April cohort. Please go to the eUniv VE coaching program course and enroll yourself. We are now at the concluding part of the session. So thank you, everyone. We are truly grateful that you were there with us for this hour and gave us this opportunity to present to you the power of coaching. I would like to thank a couple of people without whom the entire thing could not have come together. Beginning from our Chancellor Sir, our Vice Chancellor Sir, the Trust, and the people behind the scenes, Manish Sir, Kamal Khan Sir, Ashu Ma'am, Saket for the amazing creatives, Bhavna, who has been a constant support, Nishtha Ma'am's team for all the social media support, and yes, every single one who has, through their words of encouragement, come and told me that they truly believe in this project. So I may not be taking all the names here, but my heart goes out to all of you, and it warms me to know that this program is going to be a success because we all do believe in it. Wishing you all a great and a beautiful day ahead. Signing off, this is Payal Jindal Khanna.